Hello, this is Heidi Hancock with Double Magenta, Intuitive Energy Healing. Thank you for joining me again. This month we're going to be talking about including all of the parts of ourselves. We have a habit in our society of shoving things down that are not beautiful and happy and light. And it does a disservice to us when we do that, because we miss out on the information that those sometimes negative, sometimes painful, but definitely unpolished parts of ourselves have to offer. It's sort of like the yin-yang, if you think of it that way, that we are, as a society, kind of only letting in the yang and not letting in the yin. Fall and November, as the day gets shorter and the dark gets longer, the night gets longer, it's a really nice time to touch in with that. The season is already calling us towards it. And with so much kind of chaos and havoc in the world right now, it can be really overwhelming to look at all of that and just kind of want to block it out and keep going with your life so that you can keep going. So we're going to do a little meditation around getting in touch with just some of the different parts of ourselves so that we can begin to cultivate this practice. And for some of you, if you've been doing this kind of practice for a long time, this might be really easy. And for others of you, if this is really new, just be gentle with yourself, go slow, and you can always come back and listen to the recording again later, and give yourself some space and time. It also is helpful to have a journal. We're going to be going through several different parts of ourselves, and you might want to have a journal handy to pause and take notes, or you can just let it wash over you, listen to the guidance that you receive, and write about it later, or don't write about it at all. You can go for a walk and just let it filter through and see what comes up. So we'll start by taking a couple deep breaths into the belly. And you can be in a seated meditation, you can be in a chair with your feet on the ground and a supported back. You can lay down, whatever is more comfortable for you. So we'll take a couple deep breaths down into the belly, in through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. You can allow the sound to be auditory, the exhale. Bringing your focus down into the hips, into the pelvic bowl. Drawing your energy down into the base of your spine. Allowing yourself to root and anchor there. Allow yourself to arrive. And just shake off anything that was happening before or is going to happen after. Try to come into this moment. Almost like a pendulum swinging that comes to center. And we'll start by placing our right hand over our heart and our left hand down on the ground. You can tent it with your fingers. If your arm reaches all the way to the ground, you can do that. And if you're in a seat, in a chair, you can put your hand on a table or on the couch. And we'll just take a few more minutes, allowing our energies to settle. Drawing the energy down from our head, back into our root. back into our pelvic bowl, the seat of our awareness. And imagine that your tailbone is growing roots. And as the roots begin to grow, they move down into the ground, into the earth. And they grow deeper and deeper, as if they're looking for water, looking for nourishment, looking for solid foundation. And then feeling those move deep enough to where you feel stable and solidly connected to the earth. And then first we'll tune into our mental body. Just sit with it there for a moment. Notice any feelings that come up in your body. Notice if there's images, sounds, thoughts, sensations in the body. Notice the quality of your mental body. Does it feel steady, solid and grounded? Does it feel busy? It may even have a vibration quality to it. And where do you notice it in your body? Is it around your head or is it somewhere else? And then ask it how it's doing. Does it need anything from you? Does it need support? Does it need rest? And how does it feel with this attention? It may feel uncomfortable. It may feel gratitude for being noticed. Ask if there's anything that you can do to help support it. And just listen to whatever comes up, and then let it move on. You can pause with the recording if you want to write anything down or come back to it. And then moving on to your physical body. Notice how the energy changes when you tune into your physical body. Notice where sensations come up now. How is your physical body doing? Does it need attention in any specific spot? Does it have any messages for you? Is there anything you can do to better support it? Notice if there's images or colors, even scents. Just notice what comes up. You can pause and write it down or just move on. And then we'll move on to the heart body. Notice the quality in your body shift. Even your posture might shift. How is your heart doing? Is it feeling seen and validated? Does it have a passion or desire that's bubbling under the surface that it can't wait to tell you about? Is it feeling excited or sad? Notice where it is in your body. And does it need anything from you to feel supported? Just notice these, cultivating this listening practice. And then let it go. Moving on to the emotional body. Noticing where that might show up. What shifts happen in your energetic body when you move between these places? What is the quality of your emotional body? Does it feel frazzled, overwhelmed, or calm and mellow? Does it have a lot on its plate? Or does it feel easy and smooth? Notice where these sensations show up in your body. Does your posture shift? Does your energy shift? Does your attitude shift? And what does your emotional body need? What is it longing for? And how can you better serve it? How can you better show up in service of it? And just notice what comes up. No judgment, just information. And then let that go. And we'll move to the spiritual body. How is the spiritual body doing? Does it feel connected? Does it feel supported? Is it calling for more attention? Does it have questions? Where do you notice it in your body? How can you better support it? Just notice and be with that. And let it go. And then come back into your roots. Come back into the soil, deep and rich and grounded. How are your roots doing? Do they feel solid and tethered? Does the soil feel too damp? Like your tree is not held quite solidly? And if so, just follow the roots down further. Asking for support and nourishment from Mother Earth to help you feel more grounded. And then you can stay connected to your roots. Bring your attention back into your belly. Allowing your belly to expand out when you breathe in. And constrict when you exhale. Slowly allow your eyes to come open. And thank your body and all the parts of yourself for being here today and going on this journey with you. But more than anything, for the information that is ripe and right under the surface, ready for you at any time, especially when you're needing support. Maybe consider the things that came up. See if you can offer yourself one or two of those today. And be mindful, thinking about how you can support your body and all the different parts of you in this way. There's no good, bad, right, or wrong. Just information and opportunity for support. Thank you for joining me